SWUG.org. Your information technology answers are here.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Weinkup and welcome to another edition of SWUG TV. Today we have Laura Rose in the program and talking about team culture and how do you work through a fairly major shift in that culture. Welcome to the show, Laura.
Thank you, Steve.
So the question that was presented to you was, geez, we want to take our team and we want to kind of morph it into a new team culture. How do we do that? Moving from, I think you were mentioning individualized development teams to maybe more of an agile environment or team development environment. Whatever you're doing, how do you do that? And it's a really good question because that is not an easy process. What do you recommend people do?
Well, one suggestion is don't realizing it's not like turning on a switch off and on. It's going to take you a while. So what I recommended to start off with, acknowledge it's going to take time. Have your management chain understand that it's going to take time because you're getting pressure from above to everybody follow these processes, and then these other people just aren't cooperating, right? And you're stuck in the middle. So one idea is to make sure everybody realizes that it's going to take time, and then clearly identify the reasons why you're moving towards this process. What are the advantages of doing it? And then also, what are the consequences for not following these rules? For instance, we're doing this to reduce our time to market. We're doing this to reduce our defect rate. Whatever the reasons. Clarify why we're doing it, what the advantages are, what we hope to achieve. And then, start baby steps. And the one thing I also recommend is to celebrate your accomplishments, even the baby steps, celebrate, hey, we accomplished this and we did this because we moved to this process. Sometimes we're often forced to look at the people that aren't following the rules. Well, celebrate the people that are.
Very good point, very good point. I guess the whole management thing is kind of interesting because I've seen that in so many cases. Everything from changing the culture to changing platforms or whatever. And to me, I guess that's about communication and having milestones and it's communication. It's going back to the managers and saying, here's what's going on. We are seeing changes. We are seeing some good things come of this. Be patient.
Right.
Chill out. It's going to be all right.
Exactly. And I would take it a step further is actually have an executive sponsor for this particular change.
Right.
And have that guy's face on the reward recognition, the status reports, show, everybody that this has executive support. It's an executive, mandate. This is the vision and the mission that the company is moving towards. So having that executive face on this particular process or development cycle is going to help a lot. Also, one other suggestion, include it in their performance evaluations. Say, we want to increase this growth by 10%. Maybe we can't do it 100%, but between now and the next performance review, we want a growth of 10%. And then the next time, 30%, things like that.
Very
and
true.
have, executive rewards associated with it.
Very true. Very true. Good points. Good points. I think that the buy-in up and down the chain is going to be key to that, and just helping people go through it and talk about it. If it's a really big deal change, maybe have it sounds kind of corny, but almost support group sessions with the team that's going through it. What do you guys see when this happens, and what do you see when this happens, and help people learn from each other.
Right. And it's a learning experience to you too. It's just why we all want to do this. What's stopping us?
Right.
And they can say, well, this step is unnecessary, and they may be right. Oh yeah, maybe we'll skip this step and go on to the next one.
Right. Right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, thank you as always, Laura. Appreciate it, and certainly look forward to the next show.
Thanks, Steve.